Hi, this is Mrs. Robleski, and I'm going to show you how to do the trace, copy, recall steps for spelling homework. Trace, copy, recall, we sometimes call it TCR, and we do this usually only for the incorrect words on our spelling pretests. However, students can do this for any word that they're having trouble with. So trace, copy, recall, this is a sheet that I prepared to help them remember what they need to do. But once they get the hang of it, they can use any type of lined paper that they want to. So here's what the sheet looks like. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make it a little bigger so that I can show you how it's supposed to be used, okay? Okay, so when they start the word, okay, the first thing they're going to do is write the word. And I encourage them whenever they're using words to, you say the word, and then as you spell it, you are saying the letters. So let's just use the word recall, because it's a two-syllable word and it has enough letters in it, so you get the idea. So here's how it would look. They would say recall. R-E-C-A-L-L. So they've written the word, and they're writing it correctly. They should look at their spelling list to make sure that it's written correctly. Now they trace it. And so what they're going to do is they don't actually have to write on it if they don't want to, but their pencil should be, pretty close to touching the word, and they're going to just do it again. Recall. R-E-C-A-L-L. Now this time they copy the word. They're doing the same steps, only they are looking at the word right next to them, and they are able to copy it. Recall. R-E-C-A-L-L. Okay, the next step involves doing the recall. And the reason why I'm showing you this way is because what they should be doing is folding the paper over. Okay? Oops. Okay. So they can't see it, right? And they should have the paper already folded, so they're just flipping it over. And since they've written it twice, hopefully it serves as a reminder to them that, they can remember it. And they just do it again. Recall. R-E-C-A-L-L. Okay? So when they do this more quickly, it flows a little bit better. Okay? So remember, they're folding it here on this line. So it should look like recall. R-E-C-A-L-L. Recall. R-E-C-A-L-L. They move to the next one. Recall. R-E-C-A-L-L. And then they won't have to erase. It's just how I do it on the screen. They flip it over, and this time they write it without seeing it. Recall. R-E-C-A-L-L. Okay. So that is trace, copy, recall. The next one is called letter reverse chain. Now there are steps here, but it's a little difficult to follow, okay? This time they're folding it horizontally. Now this might be difficult, so if they want, what they can also do is just get a large index card or another large piece of paper. And the reason they're folding it is to cover the word after a certain point. So if the folding doesn't work for them, then they can just cover it. And again, once they learn this format, if they just want to do it on a piece of loose paper, that's fine too. Okay, again, this says do for incorrect words, but I think at the moment they're doing it for all of the words or half the words. It just depends on the purpose. Okay, so they take the word, and what they're going to do, if you notice, there's a solid line here, and each line, as it progresses down, it becomes a dotted line as you go further. So they work in columns here, okay? And what they're going to do is they're sort of going to create almost like a little mini worksheet for themselves, where they are going to make almost like a chain, where each link in the chain is a step in the process, but they're going to leave the last link off, and then they're going to go back and fill it back in. Okay, so for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to use the word letter. Okay, so the first time they don't fold it, they don't do anything except write the word each time. They're going to say it, write it, and say the letters. But after the first time, each time they do it, they're going to leave a letter off. So it's going to look like this. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Now next time they're going to do it, they're going to leave off the letter R. They're still going to say it. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Okay. See if I move this up. Yeah, my words are not gonna move. So you get the idea with the last one. Okay. Now what they do is they're going to do it again, only this time they've sort of created this little process for themselves where all they have to do is write in the last letter, okay? But each time they're covering it up. Now, I don't really have a way to do that, but if they just put their hand over it or put a card or something over it, that will work too, okay? So they start with this one, letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Then they go to this one, L-E-T-T-E-R. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. Letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. And letter, L-E-T-T-E-R. And what this does is it helps them to chunk the word a little bit and remember the front part of the word a little bit better, and then the end of the word a little better. And if they like it, if they're really stuck on a word, they can do the same word 3 or 4 times and just keep covering it up. Okay. If it's a longer word, this there aren't enough spaces, this sheet won't work for them, so they might need to, again, just find another piece of paper to do it on. I will put these templates up on my website as well so that you are able to see them. Okay? All right, happy spelling.